What's up, YouTube? Smooth Criminal here. Gonna show you a video of some finished customs. Some customs Billy, aka William Withers Jr. had commissioned. Got some of them finished, so thought I'd show you what was going out in this box. I probably won't post the video till after he receives the box and does his video. Might need to trim up. I'm looking a bit woodsy. Like I need to be in a cabin in the woods somewhere. Or out there with the other Sasquatch Billy. But anyways, here's some customs that I finished for Billy. Just woke up not too long ago. Thought, hey, it's time to get started. Get crack-a-lackin' the break of dawn. So yeah, let's look at some customs. We'll start with this one. It's a dairy delivery tribute to DMX. Billy wanted a DMX dairy delivery. Not quite done with it. I got to do some detailing to it, so I'll get that done. And we're gonna put it in a card as well. So I'll put the detail on it and then slip it back in a card with some card art. Came out pretty cool. Those wheels took some grinding to do. I think they're Jada wheels, but man, they look good on there. They roll nice. Then the other one, he wanted one for Tupac, so we did a Tupac car. Decal messed up on on this, and I didn't have the stuff to redo it all, so the other side got tagged with a Smooth Criminal tag. So I figured since it's going in a package, I'll just turn this one backwards, and you won't know that's there unless you open it. Well, now you will, because it's showed on camera. But anyways, did the top with this, with the rest in peace thing here. I thought that was kind of cool to do a black top with it. Do the detailing to this and slip it back into a card. Got the card art done. It's drying right now. Learning some things about it. So if you got any tips, let me know. I'm learning that I probably need to get a thicker paper when I do this, because some of the glue, you can see the back, which is just the back with just my information on it. So this was I ran out of the glue I used on the front, and I used this. This was some contact glue for like interior work when I did the interior to my Suburban. I had some left over. And it doesn't spray very thin, the kind I have, so that didn't work too well. They do have some that sprays thin, so. But I'm figuring out maybe a thicker card, thicker paper to print on will probably work better, because I did it on both. Or and if it's darker too, it seems to hide some of it. You can see some on the edge of this a little bit. But yeah, kind of same thing on the back of this one. But that's alright. It's the back of the card. But I'm learning, so let me show you what they'll look like in the card. We'll get that put on there and then continue. Alright, so here's what they look like carded. This is the DMX one. Yeah, here we go. Didn't do perfect on the card art. Still made it a little too big. DMX is back there. The name behind the vehicle didn't come out exactly like I wanted it, but he didn't even request the card art. That was kind of my idea, an afterthought. So if he don't like it, he can take it apart. I'm still learning. Let's not use thin paper. I ran out of glue that I used on the front, and I used some spray glue, some contact adhesive, is that what you call it? Anyway, it's what I did for my interior in the Suburban when I first got it a few years ago. I redid the interior myself, or well, it tried to. But you can see how it didn't. They do have some that sprays a thinner mist. This one doesn't, and I didn't realize that until I started spraying. But since this isn't something he requested, if he doesn't, this is the back anyways, but it's still a work in progress. But yeah, pretty cool. Other than that, and then the Tupac one. This is what I'm talking about with the clear paper, the thin paper. So I might get like a cardstock or something next time I do something with white paper. Colored paper, it doesn't bleed through. Plus, this glue on the back was very troublesome. It gave me problems, and I think that's what this is. That kind of bled through some, but not too bad. I kind of like the design of this one. This one came out a lot better as far as fitting and stuff. But I like it. But yeah, he can rip it out if he wants to, Billy. So yeah, if you don't like the card art, that's cool, man. I won't be upset if you decide not to keep them in here. But I like it myself for for what it is. It's not too bad. So yeah, he's got those two. Oh, let me turn the camera off and set up the turntable. Actually, we'll start with one that his wife wanted. Lindsay, she wanted a Volkswagen Beetle painted like a ladybug. This is a lot darker red in person. But I thought it came out kind of cute. I wasn't so sure about it when he told me. I'm like, what? But that's cool. I'll do it. But actually, I kind of like it now that it's finished. I was looking at Ladybug clip art to kind of see exactly kind of how their dots were. And they were all symmetrical. So I was like, well, what do they look like on a real one? So I looked at some images of real ladybugs, and they are symmetrical. I mean, that's almost a pattern that a real ladybug has. The circles are very symmetrical from each side, and they're not perfectly round. So I'm like, well, that's perfect. I'll just do these dots with a Sharpie and make it look more like a real ladybug instead of like a clip art ladybug. But either way, I like it. It's kind of cute. I like the way it came out. So that was a pretty cool idea. I might have to do a couple of those for me. So that's pretty cool. Then he wanted the Honda Civic EF done with he wanted me to have graffiti on it. So there's the graffiti. Billy, that's your name. It's hard to tell in the graffiti and the way I put it in the size as well. It's kind of small, so. But this thing came out pretty awesome. I had to do some grinding because I put fatter wheels on there. These Hoosiers. That was the only set of those I had, but they just fit perfect on this thing. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna let Billy have them. He always hooks me up. But I like those wheels. They're real riders too. But that's the only set I had, and I thought, man, they look pretty good on here. So you know what? There you go, Billy. Then I did like a green splat on top, and then just some old school tag. My name, Smooth Criminal, across the top. And then this is his name right here, Billy. Billy. Pretty cool. I did that in Photoshop. Colored it those colors and stuff. So I thought it came out kind of cool. And then, of course, some of my stuff on there. But I like it. This one came out pretty awesome. It was a pretty cool idea. Then I don't know if y'all remember the white one of these that I did, the white and purple with the hopper stance. He wanted one in a 3-wheel motion. And these have, almost all of them have, I think all the ones I have yellow windows. And I was like, man, I got to do something where that yellow window don't just stand out. Like Bruce says, what's he call them? Butt windows? I don't remember what it's. Something like that, but he don't like the colored windows either. But anyways, I thought, what can I do to make this fit? Like they wanted it tinted yellow. So I painted it yellow and then put like a thick coat of glitter. You can't really tell it. Well, you can right there a little bit. And then the green decals. You can call this a John Deere lowrider, I guess. Green and yellow. If I had a John Deere decal, I would have put it there instead of Smooth Criminal. But I like the way this one came out. It rolls. It rolls pretty good. And then I colored the wheels green. They don't look green in the video, but in person they're a darker green. So I like that one. That one came out pretty awesome. And this thing he requested, it goes against everything I know what to do to a Fleetline. But he wanted a Gasser 47 Fleetline. So there you go, Billy. I did it. It goes against the grain, but that's how I like doing things. I like doing unconventional, out of the box thinking. And when you requested this, that thought wouldn't have even came into my mind. I've tried some other cool things, like one of my favorite gassers I made was the Matchbox ambulance. Did one of those into a gasser, and that was pretty awesome. But anyways, so I did kind of like a roughed up paint job on it. It's kind of a method I'm working with. I put several different colors. Like I sprayed a layer of white, then a layer of yellow, then a layer of blue, and then a layer of red, and then white on top, and then kind of was sanding through it to make it look like a car that had several paint jobs and they were bleeding through. And when it was done, sanding a little bit. But these were brighter colors. I think if I had more rusty colors, I think the effect would have been a lot cooler. If it wouldn't have been bright colors like the red and the yellow. But other than that, it's still pretty cool. I mean, it's beat up and got a bunch of decals on it. This looks like some old gasser somebody pulled out of the barn and just threw a bunch of decals on there. Even added some damage to it. Bent up the fender and the bumper here, and then in the back as well. Did some custom exhausts. I think these exhausts came off of a M2, maybe. And then I had to heat them up and kind of bend them back in there to where they would look like they're part of the car, instead of just throwing something on there. But I didn't want to use a gasser engine because of the way this one was made. And I thought, well, I'll just do the extra work and put some custom exhaust on there. Real Riders, he wanted the fender kind of cut out so you could see the wheel. And it rolls pretty good, actually. But it came out pretty awesome. It's not what I would have done. Oh, and I did a custom interior. Took the interior out of a NASCAR. Or actually the sidewall, the roll cage. So I put a roll cage in there. So that's kind of cool. It's got a custom roll cage inside there. A lot of work on it, too. That one took a while to finish. What else? This one here, Billy, if you don't want it, if this isn't what you had in mind, you want me to redo a Stutz for you, I'll take this one. You can send it back, man. But I wish Hot Wheels had some cool real rider wheels like some of the other castings. Which even the ones in the other castings, I don't have those either. But if I would have had better lowrider wheels, that's what would have went on this. But I just put the plastic laced wheels. Billy, if you come across some better wheels, you're welcome to put them on there. But the top of this, did a carriage top. It's Gucci. Can't really tell it. See, focus. There you go. It's got a Gucci top on it. Trimmed out in gold. Gucci interior. I did like the dash and the seats. You know, I should show this. Let's take this apart real quick. Because even the interior came out pretty awesome in this thing. Even though you can't see it, just knowing that it was done. And I'll show you a little trick, too, that I do with some of these castings. Since I have this one apart. Oops. But here's the interior. I made it look like it's got Gucci inserts in the seats and a Gucci dashboard. Pretty cool though, I like it. Alright, so I'll show you a little trick that I do. You know, you get these metal castings. Yeah, now we're going to have a tip here. When you get these metal castings, you know, this is what holds the wheel in. It's not the interiors like some of the newer ones. And I've used to glue them, and it seemed like always the glue would end up under it and lift one of the wheels up, so it's always crooked. So I was looking at some of the real old ones, and how they would keep them down when they weren't pinched in the tab. Where's the other wheels at? There we go. And some of them had a strip of metal holding it down that was clamped in a different spot where you could pull the wheels out. So I had a few of these where I've bent up paper clips and then laid it over the top of the wheels. And sometimes you have to stack up pieces, like on this one I had to stack up some pieces of plastic on top of it all. And when you do this and you put the interior on top of it, then the interior becomes the piece that holds the wheels down. So when it screws down and the interior is on top of the pieces you put in there, I always try to make the metal into one piece. It's a little bit easier that way if you can bend it around things. Paper clips bend easy and they're cheap too. And then just stuff some plastic in there that way you don't have to glue it where it's stuck, and you can change wheels out if you want to. I'm all about being able to take them apart. So that's a little tip for some of you customizers that run into these wheel swaps. I've seen some that don't have anything. They don't even glue it down, and it won't roll because the wheels will lift up, and either the bottom of the casting will rub, or they'll rub the wheel wells and not spin very much. But that's that. So that's a cool little tip that I picked up, that I figured out. So passing it on to the fellow customizers. Here's another one. We might have to back the camera up on this one. Yeah, we are. Oh, it even made the thing stop. It's too heavy. There we go. But he saw the hauler that I made for Xavier out of the Convoy, and he liked it. So he's like, I want one done out of the Thunder Roller. I'm like, deal. And he left up the design to me. He said maybe something with skulls on it or something, whatever. So I blacked it out, put skull decals on it, and everything works too. I mean, it rolls. These wheels I think came off of a Jada. I'm not 100% sure. They're real riders. It all rolls real good. You can see I wanted to show the skulls. There you go. Yeah, you can kind of see like a pattern of skulls through there. And then this one here, it's like one coming out of the side. It looks better in person. And then on the back, there's one hidden. I said it works. Hold on. It's sticking a little bit, probably because I haven't moved it. Oh yeah, it's a bit tight because of the paint. But the more you move it, it'll loosen itself up. But yeah, it all works and everything. Put a big skull back there on the back of the Thunder Roller. But I like it. This thing came out pretty cool. But like I said, I'll put this video up after he receives the box. So I'm not gonna. He knows what he requested, but sometimes I show the video and I want this one to be a surprise. So I will let him get this first, get his reactions that way. So this video is gonna be posted after his. Anyways, is that it? That's all I got in the box right now. I still got some that I'm working on for him. But I got these finished and thought, hey, they need to be done. So yeah, this is Smooth Criminal signing out. Be good or be good at it.